Mark Miller owns and operates the Coyote Cafe in Santa Fe, New Mexico. His exciting menu draws heavily on local product, as does the second starter for this show, corn ravioli filled with chorizo. The sausage begins with both beef and pork.
You should use a piece of pork that has a fair amount of fat on it, like a piece of butt. It's good. This is a regular stew meat, beef stew meat.
Both meats are processed.
I guess we'll do these separately because the pork is grind a little faster than the beef. It's about right. Now we'll do the beef, about the same consistency. We're going to start this over a low fire. The important thing in the chorizo is to not let it brown. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to help it start the cooking. Just a little bit. Mix these two together.
Seasoning is chopped garlic and 4 chili powders, beginning with ancho.
The important thing to get a really good chorizo is to use a number of different flavors of different chilies. The ancho is the smokiest and isn't as hot. Californian has about a medium heat. And then we're going to add my favorite, New Mexican, which has the most heat. And then a tiny bit of chili arrabal, which is very hot. A little salt. Some ground black pepper. Comino, or roasted cumin, freshly roasted and ground. Pinch of clove. And a little cinnamon. I like the clove and cinnamon. It gives it a little sweetness to balance out some of that hotness. Now, one of the things in cooking chorizo is that you have a lot of powder, so you tend to get it dry, and you want to make sure that you don't burn or brown the chili powder, so you keep adding water to it. If you, some people cook it in fat, which makes it a little bit too fatty. I like adding water because it keeps it leaner. And you want to make sure that you never brown the meat. The water will just evaporate and soften as it cooks. Now, it will take approximately an hour and a half to 2 hours of cooking time. So you want to keep it over a low heat and keep a fair amount of water in it so that it's always cooking moist. The chorizo has been cooking now for about an hour, and we'll taste it at this point to see whether we want to add any more chili spices to round it out a little bit. Maybe too much ancho or not hot enough. You're looking for pretty much the heat factor because you want to add something to pep it up sooner so that it isn't too hot and too raw. I think it's fine. It's fine. So we'll let this cook for about 1 more hour. And it should have a nice, real rounded flavor. Got the chorizo, which has been cooked for 2 hours. We're going to make the filling for the ravioli. If you're going to use it as chorizo for scrambled eggs or burrito or taco filling, you can use it as is. But for the ravioli, we want a finer, softer consistency. So we're going to pulse it out. Notice also that we don't have any water left in the chorizo. We've cooked it all the way out. If you have too much moisture left in the chorizo, it'll leak through your ravioli fillings. Now, you can make the raviolis ahead of time. Let them set up. You can make them, you can also make them as much as a day ahead of time. Okay, we have our filling. It makes a lot of raviolis. I'm going to put about a large teaspoon of stuffing each area. don't want to get them too high. It's too much filling.
Chef Miller moistens the pasta with water. The pasta dough is a mixture of all-purpose flour, corn flour, or masa harina, whole eggs, water, and olive oil.
We're going to bring the pasta dough over. Press down and seal around the separate raviolis as close as possible to the filling, because that's where your air pockets develop.
The raviolis are cut.
No, it's too short. Yeah.
The sauce for the raviolis is a heavy cream reduction with goat cheese. The raviolis cook for 1.5 to 2 minutes in boiling salted water.
Okay, this is California goat cheese, more Chanel. Don't have to. Use quite a bit of goat cheese. Take it off the heat a little bit. We don't want to let it boil once the cheese goes into the sauce. We want to
finish the sauce with butter.
Sauce on our plate. What we're going to do is place our raviolis on top of the sauce as quickly as possible. You want to try to keep these warm. Odd number here. Oops. Okay. Get our 5 raviolis, and then we're going to garnish it with our ancho sauce, which has been a puree of ancho and garlic and herbs. That's it.